All right, and welcome to another episode of NBA Shorts. I have Jared Prosser with me. This is Trey Dalbert, and we are going to be previewing the Boston Celtics and Brooklyn Nets first round series matchup. Jared, do you have any initial takeaways on this series? I know Jaylen Brown is hurt, so it kind of takes away from any drama here, but can the Celtics put up a fight?
My first thought, before we get up to whether the Celtics can put up a fight, is that this could be a Vince McMahon organised cage match. Not between the teams, but between Kyrie and the Boston crowd.
True.
This is going to be the first time that Kyrie, as far as I'm aware, has been back at the new Garden, or whatever they call the Garden these days. So Boston fans, famously serene and placid people, might have a word to say to young Kyrie. So I'm looking forward to that part of it, to Game 3, just to see what the reaction of the crowd is. But onto your question, can the Celtics put up a fight? On paper, especially without Jaylen Brown, you would say no. But for people who listened to That Some Cheese a few days back, both of us picked the Wizards to beat the Celtics. We didn't expect a 50-piece from Tatum. We certainly didn't expect competency from Tristan Thompson. So who knows? I mean, this team might be better than we were giving them credit for, even without Jaylen Brown. That said, the best version of Boston would probably take this to 6. This is clearly Brooklyn's series to lose, assuming that all of their big 3.5, I'll include Joe Harris as the half, assuming they're all on the floor and all healthy, realistically, Brooklyn should take this pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Boston would be if they get a good version of Evan Fournier, because that person really hasn't existed quite yet. If they get a good Fournier, maybe they can push the series a little bit and make it interesting. But otherwise, I mean, I think this could get ugly.
He has had his moments. I mean,
yeah.
Clearly he's had issues with injuries and COVID since he came over in the trade, but he has started to look a little bit like his usual self. But you're right, he's going to have to produce every single game. He's going to have to take Brown's offense. I don't know who's going to take Brown's role on defense, realistically, but they're going to need contributions from Langford, from Naismith, from need Kemba to be at his Charlotte level best. Everything has gone wrong practically for Boston this season. To have a chance in this series, everything needs to go right. I really don't know. Let's say they can match up reasonably well with Kyrie. Smart will probably take Harden. That still leaves, just a little problem called Kevin Durant. I don't know, without Jaylen Brown, who deals with Kevin Durant.
From the Brooklyn side of things, I guess the really only one concern, right? It's the lack of playing time together. Is that something that could maybe come up and bite Brooklyn in the ass in this first round series?
Potentially. I mean, in the 8 games the big 3 played together, they looked absolutely splendid. So you would say based on that, no. But this is the playoffs. This is when coaches get the chance to scheme specifically. They've got the time to implement proper game plans. And Brad Stevens, he's one of the best at organising very particular game plans for very particular opponents. If he had his full deck, if he had Brown playing, then this could be a really interesting series. I just think that, unfortunately, as brilliant as Brad Stevens I just don't think he's got the tools at his disposal to hold up Brooklyn. I'm not too concerned about their continuity, just on the fact that they have played together so well when they did actually play together. As I said in the pod, I'm more concerned about how they are health-wise, whether they're all fit, whether they're all firing, whether they're all in absolute game shape. Kyrie will be, because he hasn't had much time off. KD looks pretty good. Harden is the one I'm concerned about. Fitness isn't always his strong suit, as we know. So whether he is back in tip-top shape, that could go a long way to whether this is an easy series of Brooklyn or whether it's a tight one.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of NBA Shorts. We sort of expect Brooklyn to roll here. Maybe it gets a little dicey, maybe a 5 or 6 gamer, but
should we put a number on it?
I'll go Nets in 5.
I agree. Nets in 5.
Okay. That's going to do it for this episode of NBA Shorts. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.